Today we are going to be talking about how to get through tough times in life. Good morning, loves! Happy Monday! It's a brand new week. Are we ready? I think I am. Maybe. I always feel like I'm ready, but sometimes I'm not. But then sometimes I am. So, pleasantly surprise myself. I hope you guys are having a fabulous morning so far. I'm enjoying the fresh air. Feel free to share this live stream. Today we are going to be talking about how to get through tough times in life. I have got a few tips that I'd like to share with you, and if you guys want to comment below and share some tips with me along the way, that would be great. I would love to read those. So like I said, feel free to share this. We can snag some people to discuss. Get this conversation going. Just a second here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so just gonna get this show on the road, man. And if you're watching this on the replay, still feel free to add your thoughts on this. All of these videos will eventually go up to the Unraveling with Rayne YouTube page. All the ones from last week will be up today, so if you missed those, you can go to YouTube and find the Unraveling with Rayne page, and all of these will be there for you. Yeah. So fun. So fun, so fun. Okay, so today, tough times. I mean, that's just part of life, right? We have times in life where things are kind of smooth and we're just kind of floating along, and then all of a sudden, bam, everything gets kind of flipped upside down, and we're just like, what the heck, you know? And it's weird because, like I said, that's life, and I feel like I kind of have the same response every time, like, what the heck? But, you know, I think it's natural. We just move through them. So tough times in life can be... There's such a range of things that can happen in life that can really, like, get us all pent up and, like, confused and discombobulated. I mean, there's all different kinds of, like, transitional periods, like kids going back to school, or maybe you're going back to school, or maybe you've got a new baby, or you're getting married, or you just got married, or you're moving in with somebody, or you're moving out, or you have somebody moving in with you, or there's, you know, big projects that you're working on, maybe at work, or maybe there's home improvement projects. I mean, it's crazy. There's such a wide range, and they seem to really bog us down. I mean, some obviously more so than others, like loss is a really big one, and those bigger ones take a lot longer sometimes to move through, and that's kind of what I wanted to focus on today. Are those times in life that we know that this is going to be a long period of time that we're in discomfort, but we still need to keep moving, and we still need to progress during that time. So one of the things that is helpful for me when I know that I'm in a tough period of life that's going to be this way for a while, I like to remember my long game, the long term. What's on the other side of this thing that is happening right now? Sometimes I know, sometimes I have a really clear idea as to what's going to be on the other side, like a really big project that I know is going to take a lot of time. Obviously, at the end, I will have a finished product of some kind, or, you know, something finished. Sometimes, though, there are times in life where we don't know what's on the other side, and we just know that this is a really tough thing that we are going through right now, and it's okay to not know what's on the other side, but just remember that there is there's the other side of this thing. There's the other side of this turmoil that you're feeling, and it won't be there forever. It's not permanent the way it is. Sometimes things change in life, and the change is permanent, but how we experience it and how we are feeling about it won't always be the same. And so just remember that. Remember the things that you're feeling right now won't always be there like that. And then another thing that I like to do is find activities in my life that support me during this time. Maybe it is something like loss. Maybe there's a loss in the family. And what really helps you is to connect with people and to be around family. And so just knowing that about yourself, reach out and plan activities to do together, or make sure that you reach out to your friends a lot. Just do whatever it is that is going to support you through this time, but it's not going to hinder you. We're really tempted to just kind of let things roll when we're in these tough periods of time, where you just want to veg or, just sit and consume TV or whatever it is. Just try to keep those things in balance. It's going to happen. I'm not saying that it won't. You're going to want to binge watch your favorite show on Netflix and maybe kick back a few potato chips, and that's okay. Just keep it in balance and in moderation, and don't let that be your go-to, because that might feel good right now, but it's not going to feel good if that's all you're leaning on. You need to find something that connects you, that grounds you, that gets you inspired and kind of peps you up, rather than allowing you to just sink further and further and further. And that kind of brings in resting when you feel called to. And I feel like that's the difference between, vegging just to do it and when you actually feel that pull to rest. We have a tendency to check out of our bodies a lot when we are experiencing tough times in life, and that is probably the worst thing you can do, because your body is going to tell you what you need. Your intuition is going to tell you what you need, and if you are checked out of that and you are disconnected from that intuition in your body, you are going to fumble through this hard time in life, and you will probably still get through it, but you could have done it in a much more peaceful, gentle way. So just try to stay in your body. It's tough. I know it is tough. Try to stay in your body, listen to it, because it'll tell you when it's time to rest, when it's time to play, when it's time to connect, whatever it is that you are going to need to support yourself during this time. And as far as connections go, sometimes it's important for us to assess our relationships when we are going through tough times. Sometimes there are people in our life that mean really well, and they just don't know how to support you, and maybe you don't even know what you need from them, and so that relationship could be hindering you. And it's okay to put up boundaries in places and be like, you just have to be open with people. Hey, I'm going through this thing. I am not trying to be rude or mean in any way, but I just need some space right now to figure this part out. And when I do feel capable of rekindling this relationship, then I will do so. And if I come out of this thing and I just feel like I can't support this relationship, then I will let you know that too. And you might even not say that last part, but definitely do have that conversation with them if you're feeling that once you've settled and you've found almost the other side of the tough time, because it's important for us to communicate with the people that we have relationships, because, it's a two-way street. It's a relationship, and we owe that to the other person. So evaluate your relationships, make sure that they're supporting you and the things that you need during this hard time in life. So this is a big one, this next one, and it's something that I have done so many times, and I'm just like, why did I do that? So a lot of times we don't know that a big shift is coming in our life. And it happens, and then we're like, oh crap, this thing happened, and now I have to figure out how to get through this thing. And I have a tendency to try to start a bunch of new habits. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to change this, and I'm going to change this, and then it's going to make everything all better, because When I'm looking at it logically, I can see that these changes, these habits, these routines should support this new thing, but I haven't practiced them. So now I'm in the midst of this, whether it's a transition or project or, processing trauma or whatever it is, like I'm in the midst of it and now I'm trying to create new habits on top of that, and it's just not working. It doesn't work. It's too much, and it's something that needs to be done gently. So if something is sprung on you, don't try to go out and change a bunch of habits and routines. You need to make sure that you give yourself time to settle into this new way of life or this new phase of life, and then slowly you will be able to assess where you are strong enough to make a switch or to create a new habit or to create a new routine. And then that way you're not forcing it so hard and just beating yourself up over it. New habits and new routines are a transition in themselves, and they're a hard time in themselves. So if you find yourself in a situation where you should have created certain habits to support yourself in a tough time and they're just not there, it's okay. Just breathe, do what you know how to do, and then once you feel like you found your footing a little bit, then evaluate those things when things aren't so appearing chaotic and you're trying to sort through. Wait till it comes down. Wait until the intensity has come down a little bit, and then move forward with new habits and routines. But the cool thing is if you know a transition's coming, then you can prepare a little bit for them. Not saying that you're going to be 100% prepared, because, life, and things get crazy and things don't always go the way we plan. But, we have a pretty, especially if it's a transition that we've been through before, we have some experience with it. Maybe you haven't gone through it before and you have no experience, but hey, there's the internet and there's your best friend or your mom or your dad or whoever it is that you lean into for advice, or whoever has experienced this thing. They're great. Call them. Ask them. Ask them what they experienced and how they were able to maneuver through this time. Connect with people. It's really good. And so through that, if you know what's coming, you've done your homework, you've done your research, and then you've had enough time to practice new routines and new habits that are going to support this transition, then you are going to be way better off than you were before. And so I love those transitions that I know are going to come. Those are the best, because I can do my homework. I'm really good at that part. I am good at preparing. But we aren't always given that luxury. Sometimes things happen, and then we just have to move from there. So, again, if you don't have the habits and routines in place to support you, that's okay. Do what you know. Get your feet under you, and then move forward. That's all I really have on tough times in life right now. I've given you guys some of my staples, my pillars of strength in tough times. I'm sure there are a million more out there, and so I would love to hear those from you guys and see how we differ and see how we're the same. Because, like I said in the beginning, life. It's ups and downs and ins and outs and over and under, and it's all the things. And so just connecting with each other and expressing to each other how we do this it's good. It's good. It's how we create a better community. It's how we create better relationships. It's how we just move more easily and freely through the world. So I appreciate you guys for spending time with me this morning, and I hope that you have a fabulous day, and we'll chat soon.